Yes, Mr. Davis, Mike Marsalisi, Corporate Security, United Rentals, calling back. Just to save you some time then, I'm just calling to notify you that as of now, you're on notice. You're not to set foot on our property at 6144 Federal Boulevard, San Diego, California. Take this as official notice. The police have also been notified. Should you return there, we will ask that you be prosecuted for criminal trespass. If you have any questions, sir, just give my cell phone a call at any time. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Hi, my name is Darryl Cotton, and what you just heard was voicemail that my real estate broker, Jeff Davies, received from the head of United Rentals Corporate Security. And what was Jeff's offense to receive such a call? He had walked into the United Rentals office at 6144 Federal Boulevard in San Diego on my behalf, and he asked one simple question. What are you storing in that big green tank sitting on the corner of your property that is stinking up our neighborhood? Jeff was there to mediate, but as you heard, United was not prepared to engage him or any of our issues at any level. And that, my friends, is the reason for this video. I am 66 years old. For over 38 years, I've owned a variety of businesses and property on Federal Boulevard. During all that time, my magnetic north has always been to hold government accountable and to inspire more people to take up urban farming through my 151 Farms urban farming model. I have survived the good times and bad, floods and earthquakes. I've watched a dozen changing of the political guard and dozens of businesses come and go. And whatever the prevailing winds would give me, I could always surf it. That is until United Rentals Porta-Potty business moved in next door to me, and the numerous residents and other businesses that occupied Federal Boulevard began to feel the full weight of having a Fortune 500 company and their massive Porta-Potty business as a neighbor. So what's the problem? It's all the stench and noise this operation creates when any number of their 23 stated vacuum trucks will come into the United yard and pump out their vacuum trucks into the main 21,000 gallon holding tank. These holding tanks, known as FRAC tanks, are designed to take the full 21,000 gallons to a licensed waste processing facility. United Rentals is not a licensed processing facility. Since this tank is never moved, that means a licensed hauler under a traceable manifest needs to come in and pump that FRAC tank out and move the waste to a licensed processor where they too will track the process through a manifest. What can be seen by this rusted out FRAC tank is that there are fully open and at times partially closed vents which allow the gases this waste generates to escape straight up into the air. None of this is compliant, none of this is safe, none of this is healthy for the environment or the people being subjected to it. How long has this been going on? Well, as we can see by the satellite images that show the before and after dates of when the FRAC tank was first proven to be put in place, we can see it wasn't there in June of 2023, but in February of 2024 it clearly was. So somewhere between these two dates, that FRAC tank was placed and put in operation. This represents at the very least a 29-month window of operation. Shortly after moving in, United Rentals erected an approximately 8-foot tall perimeter security fence posted with the 7,000 volt electric fence warnings around their yard to protect their assets. Like septage, electrified fencing is another area of tightly controlled safety measures. If that is truly an energized fence, how they ever got that permitted is another mystery that begs to be solved. But located just inside that fence at the farthest point away from their offices where they wouldn't have to smell this process, because winds here blow west to east, United placed that FRAC tank just 4 feet off of my office wall. The noise and smell is a never-ending assault to our senses. Everyone who comes into our yard will comment about it. There is no telling just how many customers this has cost us. Under their County of San Diego sewage hauler operating permit, United lists 23 individual United vacuum trucks and names 6144 Federal as the facility and names their disposal site as the Orange County Sanitation District. These vacuum trucks haul septage to this FRAC tank from porta-potty toilets stationed all over San Diego County. All this septage is delivered into our community by United's fleet of vacuum trucks, with pumping operations going on 7 days a week and all hours of the day and night. It's never ending. Today is July 2nd. At 2:50 in the morning, United Rentals is pumping septage from their vacuum tank into the FRAC tank. As you can see, the building is open, or at least there's people in there. And this is an ongoing activity in the dead of night. The noise and the smell is overwhelming. What they're doing just isn't an assault on any one person. It's an assault on an entire community. To date, there are roughly 75 neighbors who have signed a petition saying the stench and noise created by United's actions is intolerable. What about the various agencies who are supposed to protect us from exactly these kind of rogue actors? What has their response been? It's been impossible to get straight answers on issues such as 1. Where does the frac tank waste go and where are the manifests to support that transfer? 2. Precisely what is being stored in the frac tank? And 3. How has United been allowed to operate under these conditions for as long as they have? Not one of these agencies has given me a straight answer. County Hazmat says it's not their jurisdiction. Numerous other agencies point to the next agency. And I have the Public Record Act's request to prove this. Despite the fact that some in the government will even admit that what United is doing with the frac tank septage is, quote, not within industry standards, end quote. But here's what's troubling the most. That frac tank sits on wheels, yet in 29 months I have never seen it move, and I have never seen a large tanker truck pump septage out of it. The city has now confirmed in writing that this site does not discharge to the sewer. So even that we can rule out. The sewer is not where this waste is going. That it leaves exactly one lawful path for millions of gallons of septage. You haul it to a licensed treatment plant, which by law generates a manifest and a log for every single pump out. So again, where are they? Well, without manifests, let's just do the straight math. That 21,000 gallon tank pumped out just once a week is 4 times a month. That would move 84,000 gallons a month. That's over 29 months of approximately 2.4 million gallons. That's more than 3.5 Olympic-sized swimming pools of septage that must be accounted for. And that's a conservative estimate because a single event like the Rock and Roll Marathon with hundreds of portable toilets could fill that tank on its own. A one event fill-up. Millions of gallons and not one manifest produced, which proves that where any of this final processing destination went, that's unsuitable. So I have questions. How is that, despite the years of numerous city and county agency inspections of this site, no one seems to have the manifest that would prove that all of these issues we have brought forth here have not been investigated? How is that? How is this operation, despite the obvious code and airborne environmental issues it represented, allowed to simply continue to operate? Why are my multi-agency requests to produce manifests being ignored, slow walked, or finger pointed that these records and inspections are not in their jurisdiction? Lastly, I want to be clear that what I'm about to share here is not me suggesting that United is guilty of engaging in any illegal discharge. What I am saying is what it is going to take to get these agencies to investigate what appears to be a 10-inch drain pipe that runs beneath the concrete berm from the United Yard towards Chollas Creek Channel. The Chollas Channel falls under the Clean Water Act, Section 303D. It's already listed by the state of California and the U.S. EPA as an impaired waterway due to the fact that, among other things, its high levels of fecal indicator bacteria have been found there. Furthermore, the pipe in question serves no legitimate purpose, and it is not difficult to see. Based on the undisturbed condition of the asphalt, it's been there for years. And since all the surface stormwater flows on top of the finished grade and makes its way into the channel, there is no legitimate reason that this 10-inch drain pipe and berm should be routing anything from beneath the surface and dumping it into the channel. Finally, what United is doing is bad for me, my customers, my neighbors, my friends, and the environment. I know what they've done to us. The smell, the toxic explosive gases, the noise, the dying trees, the stress we endure year after year means I will never be able to sell or rent my property until this is resolved. And United could care less. But beyond my personal harm that they've caused me, what I don't know with any certainty is what may lurk beneath the surface. What public harm may have occurred. What effects this may have had on our soil, our air, and our water. That's what we need to determine. So here's my challenge to United Rentals. We already know you're horrible neighbors, but maybe you can allay some of our community concerns and prove you are not engaged in anything that is not 100% compliant with final disposal of any human waste being stored in your frac tank. Indeed, your own county sewage hauler permit names your disposal site, the Orange County Sanitation District. Good. Then the manifest should exist. Please, prove us wrong. Show us we have nothing to be concerned about. Show the world that every load from that frac tank is accounted for and that they actually reach the treatment plant you named. Satisfy this issue completely and transparently. Our community deserves this information. Right now, that is the highest but certainly not the only priority in our community's collective list. Please produce the manifests.